What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Foreign Insight Podcast with your host, Maddox. And today is going to be a frustrating episode. I already could tell how my blood pressure is going right now. We got a bunch of people out here defending degenerate behavior over this Karmelo Anthony case. But I wanted to bring up a different case with similarities. In this case I'm about to show y'all, black people said the guy who stabbed the girl was automatically wrong. I agree. But then turn around and said Karmelo Anthony is not wrong. I know different cases, but follow what I'm about to say. Let's get into the first case. This happened, I think, last year. Was the young lady who got unalived named Samaya. Unalived because she refused to give a guy her number. And this guy was aggressive, basically invaded her personal space. That's what the story is saying. He asked for her number, she gave him the Instagram, and then he was mad at X, Y, and Z. He unalived her. That's what the story is being told. I'm not saying that's true, how it went down. That's what's being told, but let's just go with the story first.
An unimaginable heartbreak for a family tonight after 19-year-old twin sisters were both stabbed in Park Slope early this morning. One of the sisters tonight has succumbed to her injuries. Fox 5's Kendall Green has more on the brutal attack.
She's taking it real hard. You know, you never expect nothing like this to happen. What are you gonna do?
Alfonso Goodson is facing a level of grief he never imagined he'd feel after getting a sobering call Sunday about his granddaughter, 19-year-old Samaya Spain.
Said, Granddaddy, Samaya got stabbed and she died. You know.
What was your reaction?
I couldn't believe it. My wife started crying and everything.
Police got the call about a stabbing around 2:20 Sunday morning after someone stabbed Samaya and her twin sister right outside of the Natural Plus bodega in Park Slope, Brooklyn. Mohammed Albar, who works at the store, watched the girls grow up.
They're very nice girls. I know the family. It's very nice. So sad to see one of them gone, one of them, she passed away.
A witness on scene says some guys were hanging out at the store, hitting on the group of girls who just walked in.
One of the guys had complimented the two girls that had walked in with their friends, and they said no.
The groups started going back and forth arguing before one of the men walked down the block angrily, according to witnesses. Minutes later, one of the men in his 20s, they say, came banging and kicking on the bodega doors, with the girls still inside. Workers locked the door until he walked away again. When they unlocked the doors, that's when the attack happened.
A guy in all black had stabbed one of the girls in her neck and the other in her arm and ran,
leaving the knife he used right there on scene. Officials expect Samaya's twin sister to be okay, while the workers who witnessed the brutal attack, too, have their scars.
When I came in, they went out. They look like in their faces like so sad about it.
She was a young girl and didn't deserve to lose her life because she said no to someone. There's nothing you can say to a mother and a dad for this grief, especially her twin. It's hard for her twin. She's a twin.
Now I'm going to play what Austin Metcalf mother and son said.
Not sure, senseless act of a boy that was in the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was, and just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Tell me about Austin. What do you want people to know about your boy?
Oh, he was the most amazing kid. Oh, so smart. He had college football guys looking at him to play in college. His goal was to play in college. He just wanted to play football. His life was going to the gym and working out and being a leader on his football team. And he just had such ambitions and a drive that it's hard to find in a kid. And he's just such a good spirit. And so many kids loved him. And his brother's lost his best friend.
They're twins, right?
Yeah, identical twins. Yeah. They've been like, they are the best of friends. Like, just I'm so worried about my son because he's going to have to face this world alone now because he had a brother that was with him the whole time, and now he's going to have to do it alone. And I'm just so worried about him. I really am.
Was Hunter with Austin Toby?
He was. They made him go away when they were doing CPR on him, but he was there when he was stabbed, and he was holding, I guess, the wound to keep it from. He was trying to save his brother. But I think he said he saw when he took his last breath and before the CPR came back in. So for what I heard, he was unresponsive for 5 minutes. They were able to revive him a little, but I think it was too little too late.
So y'all see that. Now let me show you the comparison I'm talking about. The guy at the store who was trying to bag or holler at Samaya, she said no. He got mad and unalived her, right? Stabbed her to death. And we all agree that that guy should be in jail. There's some stories saying that she was antagonizing him and getting in his face. I can't confirm that story. But let's say even if it's true, that guy still belongs in jail. Because you still use deadly force over someone antagonizing you. What are you doing carrying that in the first place to attack women? So we all can agree that was wrong, right? The lady in the video said she has a twin. She has a twin. That's painful for the twin, for the rest of the other twin's life. It's painful. Now let's compare it to Austin Metcalf. In the 7-page police report, people are saying he touched the bag and got stabbed, and some saying he touched him and got stabbed. Either way you put it, that don't justify the stabbing because you got angry. This guy who stabbed a girl was invading her space, basically. Right? As the story goes. He's invading her space, she get mad, he unallowed her. Karmelo Anthony is invading their tent space. Tell the guy, touch me and see what happens. Which is an invitation to basically provoke him because he already knew I got the upper hand with a knife. And then stabbed him in his chest. This Austin Metcalf lost his life in his brother's arm. He is also a twin. Can you imagine how both these twins, Samaya, sister, and Austin's brother, is going to feel for the rest of their lives that their twin was unalived in their face? So we say the black guy was wrong when he stabbed a black girl. Yes, 100%. But then we don't say the black guy is wrong for stabbing Austin. They both died of pettiness from dangerous individuals. This guy packed the knife and unalived a girl, and Karmelo packed the knife and unalived a teen. I'm going to put it on my screen. The Penal Code, Section 931, self-defense. People claim it's self-defense for Karmelo Anthony, but right here, it would not cover him. It won't. I'm sorry. The Section 932, deadly force, defense of person, won't cover it. And this is the Penal Code of Texas. The fact that we up here defended degeneracy is ludicrous. Because let's go with the story, right? Let's say Samaya, just hypothetical, let's say Samaya dissed the guy, got in the guy's face, and mushed him because she's upset. do that give that guy to right to utter live hook over a mush? We all would say no. So tell me, how would it give Karmelo Anthony a right to unalive somebody because he was touched? If you felt you had to bring a knife anywhere, how about this? Don't go there. You got people trying to justify, no, but you don't understand. When I was young, I carried knives to school myself. That wasn't okay. Then you got people on TikTok giving false stories on social media, just telling stories. One guy said on Instagram, on TikTok, Austin Metcalf brother should be charged with manslaughter because he touched Karmelo also, and he admitted on camera. So matter of fact, let's just do the world a favor and show the part of the interview when people are saying he admitted to it. Let's watch and let's see if Austin's brother actually said that.
If you don't mind, what happened?
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, you need to move. And he's like, make me move. Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So
Yeah.
just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him, but
It was just senseless.
it was really senseless. Really, I don't know.
Did y'all hear Austin's brother say he touched Karmelo himself? No, right? Y'all didn't hear him say, I touched Karmelo, and then Austin came out and touched him too. They're making up fake stories, fake Molly reports, fake jumped and smashed his phone reports. They're making it up. The other day on Facebook, I had a buffoon. A lady put up a post of Karmelo Anthony and it said, touch me and see what happens. She wrote, I'm just saying, with the emojis clapping, the crying face, try me. Saying facts, agreeing with degenerate behavior. Like Charleston White said, women, especially the black women, and even Hispanic women, a lot of the times, are cheerleaders to violence. The double G's. Forget Gucci, gay men and gangsters. Or some cases, gay gangsters. GG. Forget the Gucci part. So mind you, under her post, you got a fool under her post. He tells me, because I basically didn't agree with what she said. I wrote, no wonder the black community are effed up. The men commit violent crimes and the women cheerlead. This dude said, are you effing serious? Know the facts before talking stupid. 2 bullies, 1 person. That's the end of the story. It don't have shit to do with color. The campaign should be bullies get bullied. Bullies get bullied. That should be the story. Which is another lie. He never read the police report. There's no witness in the police report said that he was getting bullied and getting jumped. And in fact, even Austin's brother said, I don't know this guy.
I've never met this kid in my entire life. And it's just...
And to be honest with you, we don't want to give him any recognition or any care. Because
if you watch the full interview, even Karmelo Anthony team said, quit it, stop it. They don't know each other.
As we know it right now, Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony did not know each other. They did not know each other. Let's stop it. They were not at a party together. Let's stop the lies regarding this situation.
So you got a bunch of idiots online just spreading false stories. They're just telling stories. They're telling so much stories, I feel like I was watching this show. I'm watching soap operas. Stop telling stories. The black community is a pattern, I realize, with these people. And it's not all blacks. But you got the FBAs. And then you got white supremacist groups like KKK. Right? These people are the same type of people. These people hate white people, most of them, and these people hate black people. So y'all complaining about hate while literally hating your own kind because they don't believe you. Or they have a different view of you. You hate them. And then you hate white people just because they're white people. And then you got KKK who just think they're the best and they don't like black people and they hate black people because they're black people. Right? But here's what I want to say. It's a pattern I realize with niggerdom and niggerometry. It's a weird pattern in the black community when we support degenerates more than anything. So, the lady who punched the interviewer in Harlem, people defended her. The little girl who was running, the teenager who was running track and field and hit the other black girl in the head with the baton. Black people defended her. Black people defended Karmelo Anthony after he unalived Austin Metcalf. Black people also defended Luigi. All degenerate behavior. And then you wonder why the black communities has so much crime in it. If we call out drug dealers and D-boys, they were trying to find a way and say, yo, no resources, man. We have to survive, yo. Those guys have to survive. So hold up. Those guys who sold drugs had to survive by unaliving my family with the poison? So we making excuses now. What? This is the problem. But we say, yeah, but the white people put it in our area. You want to blame them. So watch this. So the white government or the white officials put it in your area. Why they can't argue? Well, technically, man, you know, they put it in our community because they had to survive. You know what I'm saying? They had to survive. So they put it in your area because they were selling it because they had to survive, you know? Who gonna feed their children? We would say, shut the hell up. That sounds dumb. So if it sounds dumb, if they do it using your argument, then your argument sounds dumb. It's a whole bunch of lies, man. And you know what's crazy? By saying Karmelo Anthony was being bullied and he got touched, Austin Metcalf deserved it because him and his brother was bullying people. So justice for Karmelo. By your stupid logic, we should free all the white kids who shot up school in the name of bullying. When you set a weird precedence when you start to say, yo, he was getting bullied, so it's justified. Now, that's going to teach the kids, yo, all I got to do is unalive somebody and claim they bullied me. That's it. So people out there, show me the bully reports. Show me the track record that he was getting bullied. Show me. Because it should be some track record that he was being bullied. Please show me this. Because it don't make sense. Once again, if you're saying Karmelo Anthony should be free and he's not guilty of unaliving somebody because the two white kids was bullying him, by that logic, the kids who shot up schools and said, oh, I was being bullied by these peoples should be free. Y'all just emotional talkers. No thinking at all. No critical thinking. And then I realized most people don't have common sense. It is common ignorance. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Until next time. Peace.